Well, hello everybody, and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, December 27th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Eastern. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live. So hello everybody. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It's still a little bit chilly here. And I see a lot of your comments. and, I've got to laugh because I know a lot of you guys saw the video of my mother and I on Christmas Eve, and we were just messing around and drinking hot chocolate, and she got some new pajamas, and she put them on, and when she first put them on, she pulled her pants up above her boobs because her boobs hang so low. And I couldn't stop laughing. And then we're sitting at the table, and she got up and she started modeling them. And I was just cracking up. And I said, I'm going to start doing a video. And, and so I did. But she was a hoot. So we had a good time, and we were not drinking. Even though it looked like we were drinking, we did not have any alcohol, just hot chocolate. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've probably watched it 25 times and laugh just as much every single time I watch it because it's so funny. And the funny thing was, she didn't want me to tape her, but then once I started doing it, then she just got all into it. And then the whole rest of the time she was here, I took her home yesterday. The whole rest of the time she was here, she kept wanting to read all the comments, like every hour. Are there any more comments? Are there any more comments? And she wanted to print them out so she could read them over and over again. So she felt like she was a superstar. So thank you guys to everybody who commented and watched the video. She just had the best time doing that. So I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it and got a good laugh too, because I thought it was hysterical. And it was fun that she played along too. So I hope you guys all had a great Christmas. And I see everybody else is still cold. And it's finally starting to warm up a little bit here. And we had a good Christmas. It was just the two of us. And then my daughter came over for a little bit on Christmas Day with her new husband. And we just hung out. She brought her her dogs over. So my grand dogs, I guess, which is probably all I'm ever going to get. Instead of grandkids, I'll just have grand dogs. But so it was a quiet little Christmas. But so hello everybody. Hey Tony, hey Pam, hey Diana, hey Sherry, hey Myrna, hey Cynthia, hey Terry. Hey Terry, I need your address because I lost it. So I was getting ready to send you a Christmas card. And I had taken all the envelopes from all the cards I got and just ripped off the addresses and taped them on the inside of the card. But since your card was so beautiful, I didn't want to tape it on the inside of the card. So I just kind of tucked it in there, and I guess it fell out. So I don't have your address. So please email that to me or send me a message on Facebook or leave a comment so I can send you your card. But hello, everybody else. Hey, Sue. Hey, Minda. Hey, Myrna. I think I already said hey, Myrna. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Jody. Good gracious, we got a lot of people on here already. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Sue. I think I sent you a card today, too. I sent a ton of Christmas cards, so that's what we did while my mother was here. She addressed all the envelopes for me, so I had all the little addresses, from each card, and I just gave them to her. She addressed all the envelopes and put the address labels and the stamps and everything on there for me while I wrote out all the notes for the Christmas cards. So I did about, I think 75 or so this weekend. And I put some in the mail Saturday and then a bunch in the mail today. And I've got a bunch more to go out tomorrow. I didn't want to overwhelm the mailman, but so that is what I did. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Regina. Was 50 here today. Did some leaf raking in my yard. Ugh. Oh, so mad. I told you guys about my phone the other day, my Apple iPhone. And I went to the Apple store and sat there for an hour and a half, and they didn't fix it. She said it was fixed, but it wasn't fixed. Still doing it. So I had an appointment today, went back over there. And I'm telling you what, all the malls like by my house are closing. There's just like nobody there. All the stores have gone out of business. But this one mall in Virginia Beach, which is where the Apple store is, I went to that mall, and that's the mall that I used to hang out with hang out at when I was a teenager growing up, because that was the mall, you know. It was packed. I drove around for a good 15 minutes just trying to find a parking spot. And everything is at that mall. But it's the only Apple store within like 100 miles of here, I think. And so I spent another hour and a half there today, and it's still, they didn't do anything. They just keep checking in, saying it's a software issue, and so they can't do anything. And I'm getting really irritated because it's just got all these things wrong with it. So I'm kind of aggravated. And then I got home, and I have this really cute sign that hangs out in my front flower bed, like right in front of the house. I have little flags out there. So I have like a Christmas flag and a couple other little things. And then I have this no soliciting flag. And it says, it's just a cute flag, and it says no soliciting, seriously, don't ring the doorbell, don't make it weird, thank you. So it's really cute, and it's nice and funny, and everybody always comments on it when they come over. And so I go to the Apple store today, and the flag's there. It's there every day, and I walk right past it when I get in the car. And I pull in the driveway, and right when I pull in the driveway, I'm like, my flag is gone. And it did not blow away. There was not even 1 mile an hour wind today. Plus, as windy as it was the other day with like 50-mile-an-hour winds, it doesn't come off because it's got like a loopy thing at the end that keeps it from coming off. So somebody stole it. I was so mad. After I just had this horrible experience at the Apple store, and I was crying when I left there because they still wouldn't fix anything. They said there's nothing they can do because it's a software issue. But what it's doing, it's freezing up. First, it's overheating, which they say that's normal for the new iPhones, for them to heat up really bad. And then it's also freezing. So, like a bunch of different apps that I go on, it just freezes up. Like I'll be in the middle of Facebook and it just stops, and the screen goes white, and I can't do anything. So I have to like close the app and then restart the app over. And it does it on several of them. And then I can't get group text messages. So I send a group message to my like coworkers, because I'm the supervisor, and they all get the message. But then when they reply, I only get about half of their messages back. So, and this is the case on all of my group messages. For some reason, it's just not working. So, all these things started when I got this new phone last month. So, I'm just really, yeah, it probably was a solicitor that stole it. That's what I was thinking. Because I live at the very end of a court, and there's like nobody comes down here, especially during the middle of the day. There's nobody down here. So I don't know. It was either somebody walking around or a solicitor or something. So I didn't have any packages, so it wasn't anybody delivering. Gotta get a sip of water. So I was so upset. I was only gone like, 2.5 hours. And I did demand a replacement phone, and they said they can only replace it if it's a hardware issue. If it's a software issue, they're trying to say that now it's Verizon's fault. So I need to go back to Verizon. And I called Apple, and I've been to the Apple store twice, and they won't exchange it. And the girl sitting right across from me had the same phone, having the same issues, and they told her the same thing. We're both like getting really upset. But in the Apple store, oh my gosh, there was probably 100 people in the Apple store alone. But I'm thinking, does nobody work anymore? Because I just happened to be off today, but I'm telling you, it looked like nobody in the whole city was working, and they were all at the mall. So anyway, did your Christmas packages ever come? Well, I have some Christmas packages that came, but then a lot of them, I've gotten notices from UPS that they're delayed because of weather all over the country, I guess, from wherever they're coming from. So Amazon stuff I'm getting, but other things have been delayed. So some things I have not gotten. Um, tell them I want my old phone back if they can't fix it. Well, my old phone, I don't know where that is because I went to Verizon and bought the phone. They gave it to me for free. You know, I traded in my old one and they gave me a free 14. I should have got like 13 and not got a new one. Because I think what the problem is, it's brand new and they have a whole bunch of kinks in it and they've got to do some updates or something. But anyway, if any of you guys have an Apple phone, a new one, and you have these problems, let me know because I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm really frustrated about it. So anyway, that was my day. But I got to go back to work tomorrow and work a double. So take all the oh, they did that already, Regina. They did that last time I went to the Apple store last week. The girl, she did a factory reset and deleted the whole. She wiped the whole phone clean, did a factory reset, and put you know, the basic phone back. And then I had to download all of my apps from the iCloud. And now I still can't get into half of them because I have all these security measures and my authenticator, when it came back, didn't have the authentication codes on there. So I can't get into Instagram, and it took me like 2 days to get into Facebook. But anyway, that was my week so far. So yeah, make sure y'all give me a thumbs up. I need some. You know, I actually lost a few subscribers over the last few days. I guess people were mad I didn't do any video over the weekend. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So I've got a bunch of Happy Mail, and I think there's some more out there today, but I haven't been to the mailbox since I got home. So let me show you. Oh, first, this is the card we're making. So this is using a brand new stamp set. This is Celebration. It's called Beautifully Happy. And I'm going to show you how easy this is. It's so super easy. No coloring. It's all stamping. So it's a 2-step stamp. This is the main one. And then you're going to fill in with these 3. Actually, you could use this one too if you wanted to, but I'm putting a pearl there, so I don't need that center one. And I'm using the sprinkles too, and then the words. So I'm using like almost everything except for a couple flowers. So that's the stamp set that we're using. And then we're using this paper, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is called Fancy Flora 6x6. And it has gorgeous, gorgeous paper in here. I think I showed this already, but it's beautiful. So you've got these. You get 4 of each one, and then I'll show you the fronts, and then I'll show you the back. So that's one. That's another one. That's one. That's one. And that's that I used the other day, I think, on one. So they're kind of like some paper we had a long time ago, like that just looks like paint brush strokes, you know, like little bits of paint, but they're really pretty. Love this one. Those colors really go together. That's like soft succulent, evening evergreen, and I think Calypso coral. Oh, what's that color? Darn it, I can't think of it. It's in color. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Anybody know off the top of their head what that color is? It's one of the in colors, but I can't think right now off the top of my head. Oh, hey, France, catching me live. Good, good, good. Oh, 72 in Arizona. Wish I was there. Australia. Hey, Nicole. Melon mambo. No, it's not melon mambo. Pale papaya. That's what it is. Pale papaya. And then I think it's soft suede too. But those colors just go so well together. And then those are kind of like the same colors, except that looks like, really looks like one we had a long time ago. Like, what was that? Dijon something, but it's probably crushed curry or something. I don't know. What colors are in there? I should have just looked on here. Oh my god, how dumb is that? Fresh freesia. Oh, it doesn't even have The one we just said. What did we just? Pale papaya. It doesn't even have pale papaya in there. Now that's weird, because I don't know what other color that would be. Soft sea foam, Orchid Oasis. It has to be pale papaya because there's no other color. All right, and then the back is kind of similar, but more plain, just more solid colors. So, oh, I love that one. Oh, that's pretty. So that's what the paper looks like. And oh, let me show you my Happy Mail. So let's see. I got this card from Jan Connolly. So Jan, thank you for this card. It is beautiful. Love it. This one I got from my friend Michelle Avance. I can never remember how to say her last name. This one I got from Becca Click. And I love it. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this one is from Bonnie Blake. Little Santa Claus. I don't think this is Stampin' Up, but it's really cute. Love it. And I love this one. Very cute. This is from Kathy King. Thank you, Kathy. And this one is from, let me see. Oh, I got a letter in here. From Liz Kearney. She sent me a nice little letter. And then this one is from Rosa in my downline. I love it. Love it. So thank you guys for all those Christmas cards. And I know I've got at least like 5 or 6 more in the mail today because I saw my UPS notification. So don't forget that this is the card for the card kit this rest of the month. So up until New Year's Eve, you can get this card kit in the mail if your order is over $50 and you use the host code. Please don't forget to do that because I have already met my limit for the month of people who forgot, because we only get 10 times we can call Stampin' Up and get added, or 10 codes we can add per month. So I've already used my 10 up. So that means 10 people forgot to put the code on. So don't forget, please, 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 please. Because that's how I earn free stuff to get free stuff to send to you guys. So this will be the card kit, and this is the gems if your order is over $100. Don't forget, we still have that retiring sale going on and the clearance rack sale. So don't forget about that. A few more days left. And then January 5th, we start Celebration and the new mini. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the cards I got in the mail. Thank you for all the orders I've gotten. This has been a great month. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we've only got a few days left of the year. Can you believe it? Santa from the Paper Pumpkin. Oh, that is Paper Pumpkin. I didn't even know that. I haven't even looked at the Paper Pumpkin yet. It's still in the box. So sometimes Paper Pumpkin is really, really good, and sometimes it's not. And I don't know. After that sunflower one that was so awesome, I haven't really liked a lot of them, but sorry, I gotta drink some water. My throat's a little dry. This heat has been on nonstop for like 5 days now. So it's like my house is so dry. I'm constantly having to drink water. All right, so this has a lot of little pieces. We're gonna be doing 5. And the reason is this is my swap card for a swap I'm hosting with some local girls around here. So I said, well, I'll just make 5 of them on the video tonight. So what you need is 5.5 by 8.5 Highland Heather, and I've already folded that in half. And then you need 5 pieces of white. This is for the inside, 5.25 by 4. And then you need the designer paper, 5.5. Oops, it's falling over. 5.5 by 3, and that's the one I just showed you, the Fancy Flora. And then you need this is approximately 3.25 by 4.5 of the scalloped contour dies, and 5 of those. And then you need 10 of this piece right here. This is 5.5 by 1/2 inch mint macaron. You need 10 of these because there's one on either side. So instead of putting like a whole piece of paper here, I just put a little piece and a little piece, so you don't waste all that paper on the back. So that's a good paper saving tip right there. And then I've got these little strips, which are left over from cutting. And you need 5 of those, and that is for the inside of the card. So we're just putting that strip with the words on the inside. So that's what you need for this card. So take a screenshot of that and we'll get started. Oh, thank you guys. Please make sure the cards are straight. I think they're straight, pretty much, Starla. All right, so I don't think they list them all. I know, I think there are more colors on the paper than they tell you. Excuse me. Do you guys wake up in the morning? You know, normally I turn my heat down pretty low at night, but since it's been so cold, it just runs all night long, even though it's set on like 63 or 64. And I wake up in the morning and my throat is just so dry, and my, just everything feels like, I don't like it. I want it to be warm again. All right, so we're just gonna take off all of our little stickers. And we're gonna be stamping mostly on this white piece right here. And the rest is just kind of gluing stuff together. So let's set all that to the side, and then we just have to stamp. Well, I've got words for this one, and maybe I'll do that first. And well, no, let's stamp the flowers first. All right, you guys ready? I'm not timing in this because I might have to stop and read comments. So we're using 5 colors. First one is Memento Black. And I'm reading some comments real quick. This set is really pretty. I know, and this is free. This is a free stamp set. Even better. All right, so we're just going to be inking this flower up. And I like to do it upside down. This is a good one for a Stamparatus too. All right, I'm trying not to shake the camera. Okay. All right, and I'm going to do it diagonal. So I'm going to have like the tip of the stem in the bottom right corner. And whenever you use these photopolymer stamps, you do want to give it an extra few seconds to stick to, for the ink to kind of transfer to the paper. And we're going to do that. Whoops. 4 more times. I just re-inked this pad, but it doesn't seem like it's super juicy. I don't know why. I just re-inked all my pads because when I made the original card, I was like, they're all kind of dry. And I do have a joke for you guys today. It's not a super funny one, but it's cute. You might have even heard it before. I'm just so mad about that phone. I know you guys don't want to hear me complain. But it was like, I just got off the phone because they told me to call Apple when I got home and talk to that guy. So that guy basically did the exact same thing that the guy at the Apple store did. So I wasted another hour. So, and my flag. I had to order another flag from Amazon. I was so mad. It was only $10, but you know, it's just the point that somebody would actually come steal my flag. Like, really? If you really liked it that much, just go get one yourself. That's what I kind of think it was. Maybe somebody selling something and they just were like, I'll show her. I'll just take her flag. But it's so funny because everybody who comes over is like, I love that flag. It's so cute. I'll put the link in my description box below so you can see what it looks like when what I'm talking about. You might have seen one before though. They're really cute. But I wanted a sign out there because we always have these people coming around selling, you know, like exterminator services or Verizon or, you know, siding for the house or stuff like that. All right, so we're done with that one. Then we're going to do the words. So I want to put my words, sending happy thoughts. That's going to go at the bottom of each one. That's one reason I did it at an angle, so I could put the words down here. And it's really a lot easier. If you're going to make a bunch of cards, it's easier to do them like this than it is to do one card at a time. That's why I like doing, you know, at least 5 cards at a time. And I try to make them pretty easy. And it seems like most of you guys like the quick and easy cards better, because I get a lot more views and comments when I do the easy ones. So I don't know. I think I'm going to try doing simple and just sometimes do like the harder ones. But this says, sending you happy thoughts, or sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday on the inside. So I like that, 2 sayings. So you got something to put on the inside too. And I love that this is clear. I try to order clear, the photopolymer stamps most of the time because I like them. They're easier to stamp, especially words with. All right, so we're done with the black. All right, so here comes the rest. So we're gonna do them all at the same time. So I'm gonna start with the green. So this is the leaf. So the leaf is just gonna fit right perfectly right in there. So we're just gonna ink that up and do them all at the same time. And this is like a distinctive stamp, so you know it's got the lighter and the darker. You can tell I re-inked that because it's super juicy. And you can line it up pretty easily. Just kind of line up a couple of them, and then usually they'll all kind of go together. There you go. You can tell I re-inked that because it is super juicy. It's a lot darker than it was the first time I made it, but that's okay. But this lines up really, really nicely without doing too much. It's easier if you can put your head right on top of it, though. That is definitely juicy. I probably should get the ink like over to the side a little bit. Love it. Look how easy that is to color, and you get all the shading and everything. Nothing to it. All right, so there you go. All the leaves are done. So we're done with the green, and that was mint macaron. So mint macaron, we've done memento and mint macaron. Next, we're gonna do the blue. So this is balmy blue. And same thing, we're just gonna line this up. So this one, let me get them all ready again. All right, so this one you're gonna line up this way. It's definitely easier if you can see right on top, and I'm kind of am looking from this side, so it's kind of hard to tell. I think I got it a little bit off. I want to put my head right under the camera, but then you would see the top of my head instead of what I want you to see. So it's a little bit harder from the side to get it straight. But if you can look right on top, it's easy. Super easy. It's pretty perfect though, I think. They really do a good job of getting these lined up for you. And I like that all these pieces are together, so then, you know, you don't really have to stamp like that, and that. It's all like in one piece. So it really is an easy stamp set to use. I didn't realize that till I watched a video of somebody doing it. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize they were all together like that. And I love how it gives you that two-toned look. You know what I mean? You don't even have to like blend it or anything. It just comes out like that. All right, so we're done with, oh no, we're not done with the blue. All right, so we're gonna leave the blue out for, well, I'll go ahead and do the sprinkles. So I'm doing little sprinkles, and this comes with the stamp set, the sprinkle stamp. And I love these little sprinkles. They're just so cute. They're like just a little splash of color. And you just want to barely touch the paper. You don't want to go like this, which is what a lot of people do. You just want to barely touch it. and just give it light color. And I usually do it at least 3 or 4 times with one ink. So you have some light, some dark. All right, so there we go. And then I do have some sponging to do, but I'm gonna wait and do that last. So I'm gonna keep my blue open, and then I'm gonna do the Highland Heather. All right, and same thing with this one. So this purple is gonna get the what's left over. So we're just gonna ink it up, and it's gonna get this piece and those and that piece all together. So I'm trying to line it up sideways. So let me see, there we go. I'm telling you, it's so much easier when you can look right on top. But my camera's in the way, so I can't. But I'm doing the best I can. But it still comes out pretty good. Even if you're a little bit off, it still looks really good. I know you guys can probably see it better than I can. Maybe I should just look in the camera. I mean, look at the computer screen and maybe I can see it better. That would came out good. All right, see how fast this card came together? It's really a quick and easy card. Okay, so there we go. So we're done with the purple. Now I'm going to go back to the blue and do a little bit of sponging just to give it a little bit more pop of color. So I'm going to put a little bit of scrap paper down so I can sponge real quick. So I just want to put a little bit of blue. This is the Balmy Blue. And I'm not going to sponge the whole thing, but just kind of put like 3 little circles of color. So you just get a little bit of splash of color in there. Love it. So you look at this card and you're like, wow, that's a really hard card. But it's not. It's so easy. And look how perfect that came together without doing hardly anything. I need some more water. And I was sitting at the Apple store forever waiting. And I was so thirsty. And then I had to go to the bathroom so bad. And they don't have a bathroom in there. It's like, you know, halfway down the mall. So I told the guy, I said, are we getting close to being done? Because if not, I'm just going to have to walk out and just leave my phone here and go to the bathroom. And he's like, oh, we're almost done. We're almost done. Then it was like 20 minutes later. So I'm like walking as fast as I can to the bathroom. And I swear it's like this at every mall. You get to where the sign is that says bathrooms, and it's like a mile. Where you turn to go to the bathroom, and it's like a mile at the end of this long hallway. And you're like, what were these people thinking that they got to put the bathroom all the way at the end of this long corridor? So you're about to die and pee in your pants, and you got to walk a mile. I don't understand that. It definitely was not designed by a woman. That's for sure. And usually you got to pass the men's room first, which is another thing I don't understand. Why does the men's room get to come first when you're walking to the bathroom? You got to pass theirs to get to yours. All right, after this, we just got to put it together. And then I'll read some comments real quick. I love blue. These are my favorite colors. I love blue and purple and pink too, and then the green. All it needs is some pink, and then we'd really have all my colors. All right, so there we go. So we're done with that. All right, so now we're just gonna put it together. I'm gonna read some comments real quick because I'm sure I missed a ton. I haven't seen Spice Girl on here. Has anybody heard from her? What color is the green? It's mint macaron. I know. You know what? I have a doorbell camera, but I haven't hooked it up yet because I don't know how to do it. Because you got to have some kind of internet connection. And then I bought the ring one, and I didn't realize you got to pay like $30 a month for that one, so I bought another one. So I have 2 doorbell cameras, and neither one of them is hooked up. Oh, and you do need this set. Tony, that is mint macaron. I thought I said it was mint macaron. Did I not say that? It's mint macaron, Highland heather, and balmy blue. Here, I'll get them all together for you, so you can take a screenshot if you want. So there's the colors that you need, and then black, pimento black. You have trouble lining up 2-step stamps. This one is so easy though. If you're lining them up, if you have the clear stamps, it's so easy to see through the stamp and line it up. If you just kind of, I usually look at 2 of them together and line up, like say these 2, and then just kind of check the outer one and see if it's lined up too. And sometimes you just have to adjust just a teeny bit, but normally it's really easy with the clear stamps. You have to do them, Brenda. You have to do your Misty to do 2-step stamping. I almost did it with the Stamparatus, but I started to do it and I was like, no, because then I'd have to really have one for each. You'd have to have 4 separate ones, you know what I mean? So you'd have to have one for the black part on one clear thing, and then either flip it over and put another one, or you could probably do one at the top, one at the bottom, and then have another plate to do 2 of the other ones, because you couldn't actually put them all together because they're all different colors and they don't have enough space in between them. So you'd have to have, oh, thank you, Tony. But you could do it if you're just making, you know, a few of them. My kind of coloring is right. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Thanks, Brenda. Hey, Linda. Hey, Loretta. I just put cards in the mail to you guys, too. And Jan, I'm pretty sure I put one in the mail to you. And Karen, I think I put one in there to you. Yep, a lot of you guys sent me Christmas cards, so I put a lot of them in there. You would mix it up a little bit. It looks so detailed. Yep. Thank you. Thanks, Jan. The Spice Girl's husband. Okay, yeah, that's what I was just saying. Has anybody talked to her? Mel, have you talked to Debbie, Spice Girl? And I do have her address. A couple people have asked me about her address. Oops. Let's see. Okay, I think I caught up in all of them. All right, so let's put all these together. So we're gonna do the inside first. I gotta get all these little pieces right here. And the easiest thing to do with the little skinny ones is just put a strip of glue down on your paper, and then put the paper down. So we'll just put this right down on towards the edge. Probably got too much on that little strip right there. Uh-oh, I forgot to cut one. This must be an extra one. I thought I cut them all because they were supposed to be 5 1/4. Yeah, I do have an extra one, so I cut all these. And the one I didn't cut is the one that I picked up. Silly me. Okay, so we'll just take one of these away since I have an extra one. And then just do the same thing. So just a little dab of glue right down the edge. Whoops, that one crooked. Let's see if we can cover that whole thing. Yep. Not too bad. It's just too hard. If you have a thin strip like this, it's too hard to get the glue on the strip and then not get it all over your hands. So that's why I like to put the glue down this way. So just do that. And if you want to, you can stamp something inside the card instead of doing this. But I had all these leftover pieces, so I thought I'll just put these on the inside. because this paper is so pretty. I didn't want to throw these away because I love this designer paper. I wish you could get a pack with just like, you know, 20 of one sheet and like 20 of another sheet though. We used to do that, have like bulk of just a couple different patterns or something. So demonstrators could use it for classes and stuff, or if you had swaps to do. Because that's the only bad thing is if you have a swap and you only have 4 pieces, like when I cut them in half, I have enough to do 8. But I gotta have a couple packs to do the swap. Okay, so there we go. Then we're just gonna glue all these down on the inside of the card. So while I was at the Apple store, I don't know if I told you guys this the last time I was there, about the guy with the kilt. I think I did tell you. So he was there again today, and I kept sitting there thinking, I hope he doesn't come help me. That sounds awful, but all I could picture is he's wearing that kilt, and he was sitting in the chair like right across from me, and I kept thinking, I bet he's not wearing anything under that kilt. I don't know why I just kept thinking that, but I'm like, I don't want him to come and sit next to me. Because they kind of sit pretty close to you, you know. But I did have a really, really nice guy that helped me today. Even though he didn't fix it, he was really nice. So I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I'm like dreading it. Ugh. It's been so nice not having to work at my regular job. The stamp set is in Celebration catalog. Yes, it's a Celebration stamp set with the $100 order. But it is gorgeous. And the paper is a buy. You can buy the paper. But there's 2 papers that are in the Celebration catalog that are absolutely gorgeous. And I think the last card I just did the other day was using one of them. But this is actually one that you buy. And the 2 that are in the Celebration are 12 by 12. And they are gorgeous. And I've done cards with both of them, so they are beautiful. All right, so let me show you this part. So now for this piece, what I did was I just glued it to the back. And I used regular tape only because I didn't want to worry about this glue making a mess. So I just kind of put some tape down the edge. I'm just going to do that on all of them. And then I took this piece and just kind of tucked it about halfway under and just get it straight. And then do the other side. And you just want it like just about between 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch showing on the edge. And this one's just a touch off. And then I'm just gonna leave that upside down. Then we're gonna put this one on. Whoops. So, anybody do anything exciting for Christmas? Like go on a trip or do anything fun or get anything really good? I got absolutely nothing except from you guys. My daughter said she was broke from the wedding, which is a joke because she didn't pay for the wedding. Her dad and I paid, and her husband's mom all paid for the wedding. But she's like, yeah, we didn't have any money. We're saving up for our honeymoon. And then my mother, she didn't give me anything because she's always broke anyway. So I'm like, man, I gave them really nice gifts. I think I told you what I did for my daughter. I went and got her pictures from the wedding printed out, some of them, and then made her, uh-oh, that one's stuck. Made her, well, several framed pieces. And I bought her this really beautiful frame from Amazon for a big one. And then I got an 8x10 like collage style thing done with like a whole bunch of different pictures on there. And she loved it. I think maybe she felt a little bit bad that she didn't get me anything. I tell you, these kids. She's not going to have an excuse next year, though. And then she brought her dogs over. I told you that. And so I had never seen her dogs before. One of them is brand new. It's a pup. It was a puppy, but not really a puppy. It's a golden retriever, and it's 7 months old, and it is already like 70 pounds. It's huge. And so she lets them in, and they're very well behaved, except the one jumped right up on the couch. And I said, you know, I was like, get down, get down. Because she knows I don't want, you know, we had a dog when she was growing up, and the dog was not allowed on the furniture. And she said, oh, don't be so picky. They're good dogs. They're clean. We let them on the couch all the time. And I said, well, just because you let the dogs on your couch doesn't mean I want your dogs on my couch. And she put it up there. I got so mad, and I was just like, I'm telling you. Some days I want to kill the child. Did any of you guys see my post from today? I think it was from today. About the potatoes in the pot. It was really cute. And it was about the wife telling her husband what to do with the potatoes and then what he did with the potatoes. All right, so all these get glued down. Let me read some more comments real quick. Let's see. Two personalized, but two personalized made for you stamps. Oh. Inside the card makes the card look finished. Yep. I know, I do too. What stamp set is this? It is Beautifully Happy. It's a celebration stamp set. Oh. Jan, you got two of the. I like the paper strip on the inside. Good. Did the guy in the kit have nice legs? And the kilts have nice legs? No. He was very unattractive too. That's another thing. But I was just like, it was kind of a short kilt. And he had on like, you know, the knee socks. And I'm thinking, I don't know. When he sat down, if there was nothing under that, it'd be bad for the chair. So that's why I was like, oh, I don't want to. Oh, Starla. I'm glad you liked my mother's video. Yeah, grandkids are nice. I don't know if I'll ever get any, though. Love the potato post. It was so true. Y'all have to go and look on Facebook. It was a really cute post. It was. I try to do something funny, you know, most days on my Facebook page. So, you know, like a laugh for the day. I try to keep you guys laughing. All right, so we're going to put this on the front of the card. And I think I want the purplish, the mostly purple part at the bottom. And I'm just putting it off center just a little bit, so it's more to the left. And then the extra space is over here on the right. And we're going to glue that down. That's why it didn't matter that we use tape on this part, because I'm going to glue it down anyway. Because most of the time I like to use the green glue for most everything, because it's it's stronger. So my friend, I made Brunswick stew for Christmas dinner, because that's one of my mother's favorite things. So that was her special request, was Brunswick stew. So then my friend Colleen, she's another demonstrator, and she has a YouTube channel. We're getting together like in a couple weeks. My upline Faith, and then my second upline Melissa, and then Colleen, we're getting together for dinner and stamping. And Colleen asked if I could make that Brunswick stew. And I said, well, I made a huge pot of it Sunday. And I said, now I'm on my 3rd day of eating it. I said, by the end of the week, I'm going to be pretty sick of it for a while. So I told her I'd bring her a bowl to work tomorrow and she could come get it. But have you guys ever had Brunswick stew? It's really, really good. But after, you know, that's the only bad thing. It makes a huge pot. So I gave half of it to my mother to take home. And then I had the other half. But it's enough for, like, you know, a ton of meals. So I've eaten it like 3 days in a row now. And I've still got a plenty. Enough for at least 3 more big bowls. All right. So there we go. Got all those done. So these are all going to go on with dimensionals. So we're going to put that on the back of them. I don't know what time I started because I know I talked a lot today. So I know all the people that don't like the talking are going to say something. I don't have too many of them anymore, though. That's good. I know most of you guys like listening to the chats. And then you guys like chatting with yourselves, too. Especially when Spice Girl is on here. She makes it more lively, I know. You're hot. Oh, your daughter and 3. I was like, what? Your daughter? What is Brunswick stew? Oh my gosh. It's, okay, I'll tell you how to make it. So you take either whole chicken and water, or I use boneless chicken breast. So I use boneless chicken breast and 2 boxes of chicken broth to give it the flavor. Because if you use whole chicken, then you get the flavor from the chicken and the, you know, the skin and all that stuff. But if you're using boneless breast, then you need to use chicken broth. So you pour in the 2 boxes of chicken broth and your boneless chicken breast. I used either 3 or 4, just whatever comes in a pack. And then you put potatoes, as many as you want. And celery, as much as you want. And onion. And I just use like 1 onion. And then salt and pepper. And then, oops, I forgot this one. And then you let that cook for about an hour until the chicken is done. And then you take the chicken out, pull it, you know, either cut it up or shred it, you know, whatever you want to do, whichever way you like it. And then put all the chicken back in. Then you add 2 cans of diced tomatoes, the petite diced tomatoes, a can of tomato soup, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, a bag of frozen corn, a bag of frozen butter beans, and what else? I think that's it. Oh, Tabasco, like Tabasco or hot sauce, any kind of, like, just a little kick, give it a little kick, but not too much. And then you just stir it all up and let it simmer for about another 2 hours until everything is all good and mixed together. And that's it. So, and it comes out, you know, a little bit thick because the I do not put pork in mine. There are recipes that do have pork in them instead of just chicken, but mine is just chicken. And it comes from the old like checkered Betty Crocker cookbook, you know, from back in the like 70s or 80s, probably 70s, that I had like growing up. My next door neighbor, I used to go to her house every day. She watched kids. She was like a babysitter for like daycare kind of. And I would go over there every day after school and help her with the kids. And she would cook dinner. And that's how I learned how to cook a lot of stuff, was from her, because my stepmother didn't cook at all. Because I lived with my father and my stepmother growing up. Not my mother, not the mother that was on the video. I didn't grow up with her. So anyway, my stepmother didn't cook at all. So we ended up eating, you know, sandwiches and Stofers, which back then you had to boil in a pot. You didn't have a microwave. We didn't get a microwave till I was about 16 years old. So you had to boil them in a pot. And then we had, you know, TV dinners like banquet, things like that. All right, so I did a few of the bows. I did 4 already. So I'm just going to do one for you. So what I did was I took the fresh freezer ribbon because it matches really well with this color. So I cut it in half up the middle. So I already did that ahead of time. So I just cut it right up the middle. And then I took my linen thread and just put them together and make a little bow. So you guys should try it. If you look it up online, Brunswick Stew, it should be on there, but there's probably lots of different recipes, but that's the one that I've used like for a million years. And I make it usually a couple times a year in the winter, but it makes so much I get sick of it after about a week, you know. And I always have to make it and give somebody else like half of it because it just makes so much. Because it makes a giant pot. Okay. All right, so that's it for the bows. So we're going to put them on with glue dots. So this was an easy way to get half of my, well, not half of my swap. I got to make about 7 more. I'm just going to put that right under the flower. And I still got to do the pearls, so don't think I'm missing. There is a stamp for the center of that flower, but we're going to use a pearl instead. So just put that on there. I did the white first with the linen thread, and I didn't really like it, so it just kind of was too white. So then I went back and did the freezer ribbon. That is the best. Yeah, you know, I tried freezing it, but it kind of didn't do well. It separated and came out really gross, so I didn't. Oh, is it Melanie's birthday? Happy birthday, Mel. We'll be making Hoppin' John. Oh, I love Hoppin' John, but I don't like collard greens. But I do like Hoppin' John with the black eyed peas. And I've never been a collard person, though. I love cornbread. And I make really good cornbread. I make that, it's called Jiffy's Cornbread Casserole. And the recipe's on Pinterest. But it's like cornbread, but kind of like a mix between cornbread and corn pudding. And you put the Jiffy corn muffin mix with, let me see, butter and cream corn and I think sour cream, maybe. Can't remember. I haven't made it in a while. But it's so good. All right, so then we got pearls. So I've got the pastel pearls, and that's what I'm using for the middle. So we're going to take one of these big ones right here and put in the middle of each flower. And then we're going to go back and put the small ones that I colored myself around the edges. And that looks so pretty right there in the middle. You could probably use the dark purple too. I think it would look fine. But I liked this lighter purple here because it kind of goes better with the fresh freezer ribbon. All right, so there's all the big pearls, and that's the pastels. Then I took the Stampin' Blend Dark Highland Heather, and I colored these. They're hard to see here. I don't know if you can see them on there. So they're purple. They almost are fresh freezer, though, even though this is Dark Highland Heather. I just took the tip and, you know, just colored and made them like that. So we're going to put these on just randomly on here. So wherever you want, you can stick a pearl. And I'm just going to do them like that. So I have 3 total. Because remember, you always got to do them in 3s. For some reason, an odd number makes it more pleasing to the eye, I guess. And we're almost done, except for some shimmer paint, shimmer spray. Gotta do shimmer spray. All right, so there we go. So got our pearls on. Now we do shimmer spray. Let me get my paper back, my scrap paper. Oh. All right, so each one is going to get some shimmer. And then I got to read the joke. I'm going to be choking in a minute. Whenever I spray a bunch of this stuff, then I like inhale the alcohol. All right. There we go. All right, so we're all done. What do you guys think of these cards? Do you love them, love them, love them? Then here's the original one. And I forgot to put them all straight. Sorry, Starla. There we go. We'll put them more straight. All right, so there's our cards for today. And let me read a joke. If you're still listening, we got, 187 people. That's almost 200. All right, 3 people were stranded on a desert island for many years. One day, they're walking on the beach and they find a magic lamp with a genie inside who will grant them each one wish. The first person wishes to return home. The second one wishes for the same thing. The third one says, "Aw, I'm lonely. I wish my friends would come back." So then they got to come back and they lose their wish. I thought that was funny. All right, so we have Mel's birthday. Happy birthday, Mel. And I still haven't seen Spice Girl on here. Anybody hear from her yet? Thank you, Sandy. Don't forget thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff for me, please. It helps my channel grow so that I can keep giving you free videos, Don't know how others make corned beef, but I get corned beef brisket and has spice packet. Good joke. Thank you. Thank you for sharing lovely cards. You are welcome. And don't forget to leave a comment. Hoppin' John is rice and black-eyed peas and ham, I think, mixed together. That's how we used to make it. Like that country ham. Starla Clark. Oh, your maiden name was Clark. Oh, that's funny. We make that Jeffy corn casserole for the holidays. I had a dog that I spent so much time with. The vets used to swap recipes with the staff. That's funny. All right. Sauerkraut. Ooh, I don't like sauerkraut. I'll have to tell you about that one day. My story about sauerkraut. All right, you guys have a great rest of your week until I see you again on Thursday. And Saturday, we'll be doing an early video. So I have to work Saturday night and all day Sunday. I got to do a double back-to-back shift for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So I'm going to be doing my video early on Saturday, probably about 10 in the morning before I go to work. So I'll be back Thursday night and then Saturday morning. So I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for me. And take care, everybody. Bye-bye.